The oceans and seas cover 71% of our planet. They generate oxygen, they impact our climate. The seas are the primary source of protein for a billion of people and are integral to the different economies globally. However, our seas are on the verge of an irreversible collapse caused by their unwarranted exploitation and the non-sustainable consumption of marine resources. We are confronted with pressing concerns affecting our seas and endangering our marine biological diversity. Sea pollution. 80% of the pollution to the marine environment comes from the land. Oil spills are the grim reapers of fishes, turtles, and other endangered and threatened wildlife. Populations of many species are decreasing at an unsustainable rate, and the list of endangered marine species are on the rise. In the Philippines, hammerhead and thresher sharks are killed and sold for their meat and fins. Due to our unsustainable fishing practices and the continuing degradation of our seas, we are killing marine life, damaging habitats and ecosystems. Laws and international conventions abound, geared towards the protection and conservation of our marine resources and ecosystems. In the Philippines, we have the Wildlife Resources Conservation and Protection Act, RA 9147. Philippine Fisheries Code, RA 8550. Marine Pollution Decree of 1976, PD 979. There are also international conventions for the protection of marine ecosystems. CITES, Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, provides that all import, re-export, and introduction from the seas of species covered by convention have to be authorized through a licensing system. London Convention on Ocean Dumping. International Convention for the Regulation of Whaling established a system of international regulation for the whale fisheries to ensure proper conservation and development of whale species. UN Framework Convention on Climate Change aims for the stabilization of greenhouse gas concentrations in the atmosphere in order to mitigate the adverse effects of climate change. 1972 London Convention on Prevention of Marine Pollution regulates the incineration and dumping at sea of hazardous materials and waste generated on land and aims to promote effective control of all sources of pollution. Kyoto Protocol sets binding obligations on industrialized countries with the main goal of limiting or reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Climate change has two tangible effects on our seas.
In another important story today, scientists warn that a large part of Antarctica is melting and cannot be stopped. New evidence from the South Pole implies a big rise in sea level. Elaine Quijano reports.
Researchers at NASA and the University of California, Irvine looked at 40 years of data, including observations made from planes and satellite images of a glacier the size of California and Texas combined. Eric Renaud is lead author of the study.
At this point, we'll say it's just a matter of time before these glaciers completely disappear to sea.
Sea levels could rise by 4 feet, but not before 2214. It would open the way for greater losses of South Pole ice, which could raise sea levels by another 6 feet. Tom Wagner studies glaciers for NASA.
What we have found is that it in fact looks like this weak underbelly of Antarctica is in fact starting to flow out into the sea, and there's not a lot to hold it back.
How do we avert these ills to such a significant resource? Mind your carbon footprint and reduce energy consumption. Make safe, sustainable seafood choices. Support organizations working to protect our seas and marine wildlife. Influence change in the community. What one person does makes a difference. Take a small step towards that leap to saving our seas.